Okay, so the title of my research is Saudi Doctor Students' Experiences in Managing Academic and Leadership Roles in the US, Challenges and Strategies. Um, Before I start, I would like to share my motivation behind this research study. I used to work as 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 a student worker in a student organization called Saudi Students Club, and this is an organization that helps students here, especially Saudi students, like adjust to the new life and by helping them with like setting and running several activities. And at the same time, I was like an full-time students, and like to manage both duties is a challenge. So the aim of this study is to explore the experiences of Saudi students, both males and females, who are enrolled in doctoral programs in the US. And I chose doctoral students because they have like higher responsibilities and challenges they encounter in terms of their studies, and like because they usually um, like older than just undergrad students. This study is designed to achieve two particular aims. Number one, it explores the Saudi international doctor students' challenges in managing their multiple roles, and I mean in this like their academic and administrative roles at the same time. Number two, it explores the strategies used by them to manage their academic and administrative roles, and how they um, overcome any difficulties they encounter. Based on this aim, one research question was developed. How do Saudi doctor students who are enrolled in administrative roles in Saudi students clubs in the United States, especially those who are married with children, manage their roles as both doctoral students and officers with Saudi clubs? And from this question, two sub questions guiding this will guide this study. Number one, what challenges do Saudi students encounter when performing those multiple roles? And number two, how do Saudi students manage and balance their academic and social administrative roles? This study took place here in the United States. I targeted any Saudi doctoral students, um, and by the way, like most of the Saudi students who are studying here in the United States are on F1 visa, which requires them to work to study full time. I think 9 credit hours for doctoral students. The estimate number of Saudi students or Saudi doctor students studying currently in the United States is 4,000 students. This study is important as, to the best of my knowledge, there has been no research attempting to explore this problem, like how they manage and overcome any challenges in performing both roles. This study is considered the first research study conducted on Saudi doctoral students' experiences in running Saudi clubs in the United States. To give you some background information on the literature review, like related to this problem, The number of doctorate degrees awarded to temporary visa holders, like as the case of Saudi students in 2015, was over 14,000 degree, and this number grew 30% compared with the awarded degrees in 2005. So this number may suggest that like students who are seeking their doctoral degrees may find the process of earning the doctoral doctoral degree to be rewarding, but like many of them still may never graduate. This is because of the challenges they become, and if the student is not given enough support, these challenges may become stressors, and this may include an anxiety, emotional exhaustion, and not only that. For example, Gerhard Day and his colleagues conducted a study and reported that 60% of doctoral candidates of the sample they used were behind in their timeline for finishing their degree. So because of the challenges and the obstacles they faced during their study, like they got behind. Plus, doctoral students attrition is another issue in the graduate education. Financial problems and balancing personal and school life are two other issues may face doctoral students in general. In regard to financial problems, doctoral students at times receive a little stipend and have to survive from paycheck to paycheck. Others fail to secure funds because they may at times lack any departmental financial support. Although Saudi students usually, because they are on financial support by the Saudi government, they may not need any departmental financial support. Still, they have some other issues. Balancing personal and school life is another issue. Most graduate students struggle to balance their academic pursuit with their personal lives, and this is particularly more demanding and challenging to women, which make them study as part-time student. This study adopted a qualitative approach in which I used primarily semi-structured interviews to answer the research question or questions. Semi-structured interviews is like I have a set of questions and I can have any other question depending on the conversation with the interviewee. The study sample, I interviewed 3 students, 2 males and 1 female. Their age ranged from 26 to 32 with an average of 29. The data analysis, I analyzed the data through this 7 steps phase, starting from analyzing the transcribing, coding, recoding, identifying recurring themes, and then general interpretation, and then translating only excerpts. So the analysis yielded 4 themes. Number 1, what motivated the students to join the Saudi students clubs. Number 2, challenges perceived by the participants. Number 3, strategies for balancing their dual roles. And finally, what helped them to succeed. Findings in relation to the first theme, successful prior experience was one of the things that helped them or motivated them to join the Saudi students clubs. As the case of Ali and Saad. Saad, for example, indicated, I have had an excellent experience during my MA study and wanted to do it again. And the same was Ali. And Najla, she told that she has never volunteered in Saudi student clubs, but she had worked in several social roles back in Saudi Arabia before coming to the United States. Challenges perceived by the participants. There are several challenges, and these challenges were mainly generated by academic related issues, lack of support, and some other 2 points. In regard to the first element, Saad reported that during the coursework stage, the program has been a bit difficult, which is, I think, is not surprising because most of the doctoral programs are and should be demanding. As another challenge is lack of support. Ali captured the essence of the theme. He stated that my advisor in SACM is not supportive in any matter. His role centers around registering courses at the beginning of the semester and reporting the results at the end, and that's it. Family responsibilities, whether their families who are accompanying them here in the United States or back home. Saad reported that there are many family commitments that took me away from my duties in the club. So this is one of the challenges. Ali reported that his family in Saudi Arabia needed him all the time. So he stated, my father relies on me in many of the house issues. He regularly contacts me and asks me about things. As another issue that challenges the students is insufficient SACM funding. SACM, by the way, is an organization represented by the Saudi government in taking care of the students academically, culturally, and maybe financially. All the 3 participants stated that they don't usually receive the enough fund from SACM. So I asked them okay, so what strategies do you use or follow to balance your dual roles? Most of them reported that they need to adopt the prioritizing method in which they prioritize things by their its high importance. So what helped them to succeed? Most of the students or participants reported they needed help from peers, friends, families, and department. Okay, so this study is limited in some ways because I only focus on 3 Saudi doctor students. This study cannot be generalized, and maybe future research studies should have, especially if they adopt the same approach of study design, qualitative, they need at least 10. And as another recommendation for future studies, with the modernization wave in Saudi Arabia, women are taking more role in the society. So future research may continue the line of inquiry, but focus on female participants, as I expect they have more challenges. And that's it. Thank you.